Hello everybody, my name is Lord Volo25 and welcome back to PC Building Simulator 2. And finally, today in episode 20, we are going to do the water-cooled build. Finally, it's about time that we're doing this thing. So I hope you guys are doing fantastic. It is indeed the day after Thanksgiving, so I hope you guys had some awesome turkeys and some awesome mashed potatoes, because today is the day that we're going to finally do this thing. So, in the last episode, we built this interesting thermaltake case with the graphics card up and down, which I've never seen before. But I also forgot that you could indeed put the fans on the panel right here, and I didn't do that, so it makes me feel kind of like a derp, but that's just how it is. So I've actually recorded this episode, or I tried to before, and I absolutely made a massive goof and didn't select the right radiator with the right fans with the RGB. So finally, I'm gonna do it correctly this time, and I'm not going to goof up. And I have figured out where all the pipes and stuff go, all the tubing and whatnot, so I've got it figured out. So the case that I want to do, yes, that's right, this is the water cooling tab. There's a lot of cool stuffs in here. We'll get to that shortly, but first off is the Thermaltake P5. That is right, this thing is a beast. I'm going to try and do exactly what I did in the recording that I failed on, because it was a pretty good one. So let's get a motherboard. I'm actually going to speed through here because we got to do an AM5 here. It was not that. It was the X870 Riptide. And in this board we're going to do some G-Skill RAM and a Ryzen 9. So let's get that underway. So let's do it. Let's get a CPU. It was the 7900X. That's what it was. Okay. So close that before I forget up on thermal paste, because when I'm doing this before I forgot. So yeah, that's something we don't talk about. So if you open these memory clips here, there's actually gonna open on both sides apparently on this board, because this board is a bit finicky. So actually it's not finicky at all. I'm just making that up. I don't know. Man, I need to keep it together here. Alright, so we indeed have the thermal paste on there. Oh yeah, that's right. We were getting our RAM. That's right. Not that. I keep clicking there. Okay. So G skill. There is some G skill RGB RAM here somewhere. Aha, there it is. It's right there. Bam, 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 bam. Sweet. Open these drive bays. We are going to slap in some storage. These were the exact ones, the XPGs. 6 terabytes of drive storage, which is absolutely insane. But that's what we're going with. So now, here we go. Custom water cooling. And this is what we're doing. We're popping the 3090. They don't have the 5090s yet. I'm looking forward to when they do that, but for now, I don't think they have any. What about 4090? Come on, man. It's a generation behind. But you know, they don't have 4090s, so they've got 3090s. What? That's the wrong one. That's the right one. Alright. Before I move forward, I was going to try and put these PCI covers back on. There's one missing right. If not, let me put it back on. Well, that's a bit awkward. Okay. Well, if I can't do that, then I'm just going to move on. Alright, so we got a power supply. Let's do that thing. Oh, yes, we're on the right tab. I'm derping around. Corsair 1000X. And finally, Let's do this thing. Custom water cooling. Let's select a radiator. This time, we're not going to mess this up. We are going to do some RGB fans. So the one I did in my failed test recording was this 360 that did not have lighting. So we can also look at all the other ones as well. But they're all 2-fan. And that's not too interesting. So I was going with a little bit of a Corsair theme, and these are massive, massive looking fans. I've just got to say, that is crazy. So, I mean, look at the size of those things, dude. Holy smokes. Alright, well, since we've got that, let's grab a block. And we're of course going to do the Corsair Hydro X1. So, yeah. So in order to do this, I've already got it figured out. So you need a connector. So eventually, when we actually do the tubing that's not the flexible tubing, which is what we're doing right now, just so we can remember how to do it, is that we'll have to use these angled ones based on how we want to do it. So like if there's an angle, you can like mess around and make it do the right turns and stuff with the right turns. What do you call it? The pipes with the right angles. They're not turns, they're angles. Jeesh, I need to retake geometry. What is wrong with me? Alright, so anyway, we're gonna choose those things, and we've already got that, but I'll show you. So if you go to pipes, I got this purple flexible pipe. So what you have to do is first I'm gonna do that. All right. And after we do that, then we do the left to the left on the radiator. We will do, oh, that's right. We need our pump. That's a big one. Ah, go big or go home. Went to the... Hold on, that's a bit funky. That wasn't the one I used before. The one I used before... Oh, it's this one, okay. Must have been. Okay, so we did the left... That tubing, it like canceled it out. I've got to go select them again. Alright, so connector. That one. Grab the pipe. And so we went to the left. To the right on this thing. There we go. And then we did the right one. Did that work? There we go, into the graphics card. And that is how you do it. I'm pretty sure. If not, you can all rant in the comment section. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me what to do, because I'm still kind of a novice. I haven't done this since the first game, which was probably a couple of years ago. Yeah, it probably was. I haven't done this in a while, but I just figured it out before I started the video with my fluffing the recording, which is just a test of my knowledge. But without further ado, it looks like we have pulled it off. So what we're gonna do now is that, for one, we're gonna put this dust filter back on, as well as a side panel, and we're gonna fill this baby up. So what we gotta do for that is we're gonna go back to custom water cooling, choose our coolant. I'm gonna do this opaque purple coolant. So in the game it fills up, but I'm pretty sure in real life you actually have to power cycle, I think, or something like that. Let do his thing. Apparently there's an audio glitch, and it keeps sounding like I'm moving this case around a million times, but I'm not. So I'll have to figure that out in editing. But there we go. So now if I put a panel on, yeah, there we go. And then get a bit of that USB drivage, put it in the front. All right. Then we can turn this thing on. Ooh, oh man. Oh yay, we got the little check button. Yeah, dude, that's it, man. You see, this is what wasn't there in the other one. Now, I don't necessarily wanted the big fans, but unfortunately, it's the only one that has the RGB. So, if we can get 360 a four fan radiator in this game, that would be my absolute dream come true in this case as well, because the Thermaltake Core P5 is such a cool case because it's open air. Look at that. It's just so cool. And the fact is, I actually knew someone, I used to know someone that had this exact case with this almost the exact same water cooling setup. He had maybe an AMD processor. He had a water-cooled 2080 Ti, which at the time to me, which was just so darn cool. So, and obviously I was a different person back then. They're very different times. So this is an honor to him that we've done this thing. Thermaltake Core P5 is awesome. And I also think he had a power supply that lit up, which was also pretty cool to see in real life. I'm not sure if I have a photo of it or not. I have no idea, but without further ado, let's go select the color and overclock our RAM. So we've indeed figured this out. I thought this was going to be longer, but since this is my second take at recording the episode, it turns out that it only took about 12 minutes. So that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. So let's select all. We have not messed around with any of these other settings. I've always just made it static and make it a purple color. And there we go. So actually, let's grab a let's grab system info while we're here. So we can grab that, and as we can see, that's sensor status. Does this show temps on here? I'm not sure. I don't think it probably does. So, but that is our system. We have an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, G-Skill Trident Z5 Neo RAM, and a 3090 that's water cooled. And apparently, this dumb cough does not want to go away. I'm trying so hard not to cough right now. It's crazy. Yeah, this is awesome. This is what I was trying to do. And if you want this exact PC, I'll have a link in the description to download this PC file. And if you have the game, you can import it. So I'll hook all you up with that. Let's get a picture of that thing. Let's put on a wallpaper. That's cool. That'll kind of match the thing. Alright. Oh, it's going to make an absolute banger thumbnail. Alright, let's get the tablet. Picture of that thing. Yes. Oh, look at it. It looks so cool. Oh, yeah. Alright, come on. We got to get that right there. Nice. Alright, let's click save. Fantastic. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a fantastic day as usual, and we will be back at it with more PC Building Simulator and more water-cooled builds coming up. I'm so hyped for this. We're gonna do some pretty interesting cases and water cooling them. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My name is LordVolo25, and I shall see you in the next episode. All right, guys. Peace.